What's up, YouTube? This is quite one half of DAB Farms. Call us DAB Farm, really what it is, but people say DAB or whatever. I know I ain't been on here a long time just to talk to you guys, but I decided I wanted to do that. Just give you an update. We have started doing tillage or whatever this spring. Actually, I got a good ways into it. We started actually back in. I think I actually was able to get the field back in March. Actually, started in the field, got going, got most of the ground dished up or whatnot, and unfortunately, uh, rain set in. Spring rain set in, and that pretty much put a halt to everything. And with a two-wheel drive tractor, we kind of got to wait till it dries out a little bit more before we get back in the field. So uh, we kind of just had been in a holding pattern, waiting. Like I said, we just, we did some chisel. Last thing we were doing, we were chisel plowing. Got quite a bit of ground chisel plowed. A lot of our dry land ground that we wanted to get chisel plowed that need chisel plowing to break up that, what I call that ditch paint or whatever, we got that chisel plowed and broken up, and it's doing a whole lot better. One of the other things that we did, and I'll post some videos of this, we were able to put out line. That was one thing that I feel is needed, and I cannot stress enough to anybody how important soil fertility is. A lot of people in the Delta think that just irrigation and water is just the main thing that's going to save your bacon. It's not. Um, if you don't have fertility, that's just only one counterpart with irrigation. So the fertility, we pulled a lot of soil samples this year on the rest of our fields. We had pulled a lot of soil samples when we were a little bit smaller in operation and knew what we were working with. But we at that point in time we didn't have the capital to invest. So after we put our crop in last year, and you kind of, didn't get the results in some areas that we wanted to get. Pulled soil samples, Waypoint Analytical, in a lot of our fields and found out that, our pH was off, NPK was off, and, we had to correct some of those items. So, we had some pHs around 5.1, 5.2 on a few fields, and that was priority number one, is to get that straight. So first thing we invested in was lime. Try to put it out at the recommended rate on a lot of fields. Some of our bigger fields, at least a half rate, to try to get the pH started and moving back in the right direction, which we were able to do. In regards to that, we put out a lot of lime. And I think we'll see that investment probably next year. I would love to put it out last fall, but it started raining last fall while we were cutting beans and never stopped. So that's what it is. But the main thing, that was one thing that we've done, and that was pretty cool. I see a lot of more farmers putting out lime this year, which was actually pretty surprising. I hadn't seen that in a long time. You don't see too many lime trucks running around the Delta. But, so anxious to see what our results were with that. Dropping the irrigation well in this year on one of our fields. That was the other thing. So I'm anxious to see that. And that's one of the fields we also lime. So anxious to see what kind of results we'll get from that field. Down the line, I'll probably try to get our NPK right on some of these fields also. But as you know, in soil properties, throwing that stuff out there, and the pH ain't right, you really just kind of pissing in the wind. Excuse my terminology for that. But if your pH is not right, then your atoms are so tight, as far as in your soil, and your cations are so tight that there's no nutrient uptake of those nutrients that you put out there. I think that's kind of explaining it the right way. I may be explaining it wrong. Been out of college for a while. But anyway, still in the same principle, the calcium is low in your soil also when your pH is real acidic. So at that end of the calcium is what helps with the nutrient uptake in the soil. So if the nutrient uptake isn't there, you know what I'm saying, just putting all that fertilizer out there, you're just really wasting your money. So again, you won't get the performance out of what you need. So, like I said, that was a big thing of just us trying to invest into our ground and get it to a point that, it can produce and we can diversify. Um, just to kind of give it on some of the things that we were doing last year. Like I said, we cut beans, did pretty good. Like I said, some fields did good, some fields didn't. That was expected with the soil samples that we pulled. When the soil samples, the nutrients were right, man, we did good. But when the soil sample we pulled, the nutrients weren't right, yeah, they cut what you expected. But I'm hoping to see a big improvement uptick this year. So, but we did pretty good still overall, in my opinion, with what we had to work with. But the plan is now we're coming into close to May. It's warming up. Maybe the rain is kind of gonna move out a little bit. Is try to get back in the field, bed up some rows on some of this irrigated ground, so we can kind of have some irrigation, furrow irrigation on one of our fields. Get in, get some of this ground prep and put a plant in the field. That's pretty much the main thing that's my priority right now. But I hope everybody can have a good spring, a good summer, make things happen. Hope you have a good crop, and things work out well for us. But I'm gonna sign off of this. I'm gonna try to, talk a little bit more on here. I know I put up some equipment videos, but I hadn't put anything really about the commentary. So I don't know. Y'all gotta bear with me. Like I said, this is talking to a camera. It's kind of new to me and kind of weird in the same sense with nobody else around. So, but that's just kind of an update with what we got going on here at DAB Farm. I'll holler at y'all later.